Alright, we are here for exercise of the month at Ironworks Gym. It is the month of February, and so today we're going to go into the glute ham raise. The reason why we're going to show this is, number one, it is sometimes misused here or improperly used, and also because from a hamstring training perspective, it is by far the most efficient way to train your hamstrings, the muscles on the back of your legs. The reason being, and I'll film Laura showing both motions, it fires as a knee flexor, the hamstrings do, and most commonly people use hamstring curl machines to train this, but from more of a functional standpoint, the hamstrings also fire as a hip extender, and these motions are crucial in running, jumping, squatting, a lot of household movements and sporting movements. So training the hamstrings as a hip extender is going to be very good from a functional standpoint, and this is definitely, like I said earlier, the way to do it. So as far as the adjustments on it, there are two. We have one already set up, which is the foot plate here. You want to have 3 holes showing at the bottom for a little bit of an easier, if you're a beginner performing this, you'll have a little bit easier time doing that, because it'll help keep your shins parallel to the ground. For more of a challenge, you want to move it up. And then the second adjustment here is going to adjust the foot plate in relationship to the thigh pad, and as you can see, you can kind of move it back and forth. For taller people, usually over 6 feet, you're going to want to have about half a hole showing here. For people more me and Laura's size, you're going to want to move it one setting forward. After you get the pin in, you're going to lock it down just like that and get on the machine. In order to hold in the starting position, she's going to need to drive her toes in the foot plate. Her shoulders, hips, and knees are all in a straight line, and she's perpendicular to the ground right now. To get to the bottom for beginners, you're going to walk your hands out, just like she's doing here, because a lot of people will turn this into a back extension with keeping their knees fixed, and you don't want that. Once she's in the proper bottom position, which is parallel to the ground, put her arms across her chest and pull back up. Perfect. Once you get used to it, you can start knocking out reps just like this. Heels are going against the foot plate, and then driving the toes to pull back up. Heels against it as you're going out, toes back up, shoulders, hips, and knees in a straight line the whole time. For a more challenging workout, she can go hands behind her head. Perfect. Do 1 or 2 of those. And once you can start knocking out body weight reps with hands behind head, we have a couple of resistances here that we can show. Number 1 is the dumbbell, where you can hold it right behind your head, just like that as you perform them. And the second is the band, and we have it down here, but as I showed in the exercise of the month video in January, they're located down at the end of the gym there. And what you do is just slide them under the feet there on both ends, pull the slack up to one of the handles just so it's in position for you for later. Then get back on the machine. You want to get into the bottom position, pull the band behind your head, and from there, perform the exercise. Good, one more. Beautiful. Alright, real quick, we're going to show 2 other quick uses of the glute ham raise. We commonly use them for sit-ups as well. And Laura likes to use the same settings for her sit-ups where her butt is a little bit off the pad. Arms across chest is going to be a little easier, hands behind head a little bit harder, and you can add weights the same way you would for the glute ham raise. Keeping the legs nice and straight, shoulders, hips, and ankles all in a straight line, getting parallel at the bottom, and then coming up with a nice neutral spine throughout. You can also sculpt those biceps on this machine if you just move the foot plate back, and she'll grab a quick weight over here. We use the thigh pad here also as a preacher curl bench, and it provides great stability behind the arm, and this is a good way to train your biceps as well, going all the way down, full range of motion, keeping the tricep tight to the pad the whole time, not digging in the elbow. Beautiful. Alright, that is, well, a number of exercises of the month, but we just kind of wanted to show you a few of the ways we use the glute ham raise here. Number 1 as the glute ham raise itself, and then also to train the abdominals and biceps. Stay tuned for March's exercise of the month. Thanks a lot from Ironworks Gym.